welcome to the Crochet Show with your host, Nikki. I am so excited to be here. Today we're going to talk about something slightly different. We're going to talk about how to use an I-cord machine and then how to crochet with the I-cord that you made. What? Yes, it is so cool. In fact, I have been posting a few videos here and there, me playing around with I-cords, crocheting them with a machine here and there, what to do with it. So here's my tutorial on actually how to use the I-cord machine that I've kind of been showing off, and how to start, how to finish pretty much, and then how to crochet with it, which is so fun. Yay. So if you're looking to make something more interesting, or you need, let's say, thick yarn, maybe like super bulky yarn and you don't have any, well, you can knit yourself one or crochet yourself one using an I-cord machine. Like crochet would be without the I-cord machine, knitting would be with the I-cord machine. So, are you ready for that? So you will find the link in the description for this machine. It is very affordable. I believe it's about $30 or so. There are other I-cord machines out there. I decided to get this one. This is not sponsored or anything. I literally purchased this myself a few months ago. So it comes with this guy. It comes with a weight. So this is literally a weight. It's very heavy actually. And what you do is you like click this thing right here, and then you can, so you put your yarn in there, and then later you put your cord in there so that you can move it downwards, right? And it also comes with a crochet hook. It is a 2.2 millimeter crochet hook, and you really just need it a couple times. So you can easily use your own crochet hook if you wish, but it came with one. So this is pretty much it. It took me a little bit to figure out how to use it. The instructions weren't very clear, I gotta be honest with you. So I had to use a few videos as well. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put your yarn through here. It is also important to know that, or to notice that you should not use any thick yarn. It should be thinner yarn. This is cotton yarn, but I believe it's like a, number 2 yarn. So I would suggest maximum 3 or a thinner side of 4. Don't go thicker than this, okay? So once you put the yarn through this little loop here, right? You're gonna weave it through this little part and then push it through and then attach it to your weight, okay? So that's the first thing you're gonna do. So now you're gonna use your crochet hook and you're gonna push all these teeth down. So it looks like this. You see how this part is down here, right? So there is a part right in here that moves, this guy. So you're going to push all of them down, okay? So it's open. So now what you're going to do is you're going to let one of them go in. So you can see it's grabbing the yarn. The next one, you want to go over so it does not grab the yarn. The next one, you want to grab the yarn again. And the following one, you want to also prevent from grabbing the yarn. Okay, so you kind of use the hook to kind of go around it. And the reason why it does this right now is because I'm in an angle. So let me see if I can do this again without it moving. So I'm going to grab the yarn and put it behind it, okay? So like so. So that means it only grabbed the first and third one. And this is how you start it, okay? After that, you're going to let all of them do it, right? But it's important that the weight is now pulling here below. So now you're just gonna move it and it's pulling it down automatically. So it's very important that the weight is pulling it. If the weight doesn't pull it, it's going to literally, make yarn tangles and possibly even split the yarn. So this goes actually fairly quickly. So you can see I can move this fairly quickly. So do you see how fast you can go? No problems at all, as long as you don't have any yarn knots coming from your skein, you'll be fine, okay? So I'm going to pull a little bit here and stop in a second so you can see it coming out on the bottom, right? So you literally just do this And I'm going to stop here because you can see it now coming out, right? So what you do now is you're simply going to move it up, right? So that every time you move, meaning you move this guy, the weight is always in the air, right? You don't want it to lay anywhere. You want the pressure or the force to be pulling it down so that it can create the I-cord. So this is how the I-cord looks like in the end, right here. Okay, so and then once you want to finish it, you kind of go backwards and let it come out, and then just crochet it into a slip knot, right? So that is what it would look like this. So you can see how they came out like this. I made this here as an example, right? So you would then take these 4, right, and then simply slip stitch them using your crochet hook and make it into slip knot in the end. So like so, obviously your yarn should be a little bit longer, the very end here. I don't know why I clipped it so short. So you can see how I just did that. So right here, and then this one also, and then you have all 4 of them like so. And then once you have that, you'd simply make a slip knot like this. And then you pull, and then you have your knot, right? So once that is done and very, very long, then you can make different things with it, right? So the first thing, once you have if you have a short one like this, right, you could use it for many things. One, you can use it for like a crochet bag or something. You can use it as a bag handle, right? You can use it for a drawstring bag, right, where you pull it through and then you have something to pull. You can use it as tails, right, for amigurumi, if it's a little bit shorter than that, of course, right? You can also use it as a garland. There's so many things you can do with it. I actually made this entire thing right here, so I like using this, by the way. It's like a net that keeps my yarn in place. And I made this entire thing right here from a cotton yarn, right, and made the entire thing into a I-cord using the machine. And then once I'm done with this, as you can see, I just roll it up. I can take my crochet hook, and here's the fun part of it. You can now crochet with it if you like. So here we go. I'm literally using the I-cord, and now I can crochet with it. So here's some chains for you. Now, obviously, it will take quite some time to make your I-cord, right? So this would be more for small little projects that are fun. You could make like a let's say pot holder with it or something. As I said, this is cotton, so this will work very well with this. You can make a coaster out of it or something fun, right? So I made this now, and now I'm simply going to turn and do what I normally do. I go into here my back bump. It's actually nice to show off with this, right? So my back bump right here. And now I can simply crochet with this. And I'm using a pea size hook, by the way, so a 10mm hook for this to make sure I can grab it properly. So this is obviously cotton, so it's going to make it a little bit heavier, but it's also ideal for projects that are good with heat, right? So I wouldn't use acrylic for anything with heat, obviously. But look, isn't this so fun? Like, I literally made this I-cord with an I-cord machine, and now I crocheted with it, and it's really, really fun, right? So there are many different things that you can do with an I-cord machine. So have you ever tried that? I would love to know if you've ever tried working with an I-cord machine like this. You know, there's doilies out there too, like knitting doilies, right? But this is how this looks like. Let me show you from this perspective also. You can see now here, I'm going to slide back a little bit so you can see it, how it kind of just hangs there, right? Like so. And now I'm just going to simply turn, and you can see how this turns too. So you want this in air, right? And then this just turns, and look how fast this actually goes down. It makes the I-cord extremely fast, as you can see. So you want to make sure your yarn is always ready to go, ideally a little loose, so it can grab it easily. But look how fast it goes. Super fast. Like, look. So now what you're going to do is obviously you're then just going to move it up slightly. So that way you can continue. making your I-cord. So there we go. You literally just made an I-cord, and then once you made your I-cord, you finish it up, and then you can do whatever you wish with it, like crocheting with it. This is so fun, and you can do so many things with it. So I would love to know, what are you going to do to crochet with it? Or are you going to crochet with it at all? Are you going to use it as a bag? Are you going to use it as an amigurumi tail, as a garland? You can actually even swirl it up, like literally sew it up if you wish. So let me show you what I mean by that for just a second. So if you have here your I-cord, right? It doesn't matter which one here. I'm going to pick this one. You can also kind of sew it up, right? If you want, you can use glue. I doubt that would be a great idea if you are using it for heat, but you can sew it up if you wish. So if you can, I'm going to move my little tail here on the side. So pretend it doesn't have a tail in this case. Or you use it if it's a long tail for sewing. So you would have to sew it, right? Every little few stitches. And then you can curl it up like this. So think of it as a snail or something, right? And this can make an ideal like hot pad or something like that. Or, you know, like a coaster. This would be fun, right? So you can do that as well. So now obviously what you have to do is you have to kind of sew through here, make sure that it's kind of almost invisible so that you can really get the effect of it without showing the lines. But yes, that is possible too with an I-cord. So many different things you can do with it. Your imagination is pretty much the only limitation you have. Where there's actually none, right? Because our creativity is endless. So you can do whatever you wish with it. So crochet with it, knit with it, whatever you want. Just make a fun little I-cord with this fun machine and have fun. So if you want more information, and if you actually want me to make a pattern using this I-cord, leave something below and let me know what you want to see, and I might actually do it and make a tutorial and a pattern with it. Obviously a crochet pattern, that means I make the I-cord as I already did, right? And then I crochet with it and make something you want to see. So let me know, and I would love to see what you want to hear about. I hope you have a beautiful day. Until next time, bye.